The political landscape has been jolted by deeply troubling comments from former President Donald Trump, who launched an anti-Semitic attack on Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer during what was meant to be a diplomatic meeting with Ireland's head of state. When asked about corporate tax rates, Trump deviated from the topic entirely, declaring, "Schumer is a Palestinian, he used to be Jewish, he's not Jewish anymore," a statement that carries disturbing historical echoes of how authoritarian regimes have attempted to delegitimize Jewish identity. This incident becomes even more concerning when viewed alongside Trump's previous documented statements about Jewish people, including his quoted remark about preferring short guys that wear yarmulkes for handling money. The anti-Semitic undertones of these statements parallel troubling patterns from his first term, where similar rhetoric often went unchallenged by his party and supporters. The timing of these comments takes on additional gravity when considering the January 6 Capitol attack, where insurrectionists were recorded searching for the Big Jew, referring to Schumer, who had just made history as the first Jewish Senate Majority Leader. During that assault, participants wore clothing celebrating the Holocaust, including Robert Keith Packer's infamous Camp Auschwitz hoodie. Trump remained silent for 187 minutes while these events unfolded. The response from Republican leadership has been notably absent, with no prominent party members speaking out against these anti-Semitic remarks. This silence extends to those who regularly position themselves as staunch supporters of Israel and Jewish causes, highlighting a striking disconnect between stated principles and political reality. The financial community has begun breaking ranks in their assessment of Trump's economic policies. CNBC's Steve Leisman, known for his measured analysis, used unprecedented language in describing Trump's tariff proposals as insane, particularly regarding the threat of 50% tariffs on Canada unless they agree to become the 51st state. This represents a significant shift in how financial experts are willing to characterize Trump's economic positions. Major media outlets have demonstrated a concerning pattern of normalizing increasingly extreme statements. The New York Times, despite its significant Jewish readership, didn't prominently feature Trump's anti-Semitic remarks about Schumer. This represents what many see as a dangerous shift in how inflammatory rhetoric is processed and reported. On the policy front, Trump's immigration promises have faced significant setbacks, particularly regarding the Guantanamo Bay detention strategy. The New York Times has reported that ICE has returned all migrants from Guantanamo to stateside facilities, effectively ending a program that cost $16 million and employed 1,000 security forces and civilian contractors. The operation processed only 290 migrants from 27 countries, far short of the promised 30,000 detainees. Legal experts have raised serious concerns about the entire operation's legitimacy, questioning whether existing law authorizes the government to transfer people to foreign soil without proper consent or to detain individuals outside U.S. territory. These legal challenges have contributed to the program's ultimate failure. The administration's broader immigration enforcement efforts have fallen significantly short of campaign promises. There have been no mass deportations as promised, and border enforcement initiatives have failed to achieve stated objectives. This pattern of unfulfilled promises extends to economic matters, with inflation increasing, egg prices remaining elevated, and stock market performance declining. The situation has also affected market dynamics in unexpected ways. Tesla and Elon Musk face growing consumer resistance, with some potential buyers avoiding Tesla vehicles due to concerns about political associations. This contrasts sharply with traditional automakers like General Motors and Ford, whose leadership maintains more conventional corporate profiles and avoids political controversy. After 52 days, the administration's track record shows a pattern of inflammatory rhetoric combined with policy failures. The Guantanamo operations collapse symbolizes a broader pattern of grand promises meeting practical and legal limitations. Instead of the promised mass deportations and tough enforcement, the administration has primarily succeeded in removing American citizens from government positions. The combination of increasingly extreme rhetoric and policy failures presents a troubling picture of current political dynamics. The lack of accountability for anti-Semitic statements, the normalization of extreme positions, and the failure to achieve stated policy objectives suggest deeper systemic issues in how political discourse and governance are currently functioning in the United States. These developments raise serious questions about the state of American democracy and the erosion of traditional norms regarding acceptable political discourse. The contrast between bombastic promises and practical results, combined with the muted response to clearly anti-Semitic rhetoric, indicates a concerning shift in how political actions and statements are evaluated and addressed in the current political environment.